Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Eric at American Business Systems. Want to introduce to you here in just a moment, Cindy. But before we do, I'm going to do a little bit of introduction. As if you've been on our other webinars before, you kind of know what the drill is going to be here. But I do appreciate you joining us this afternoon. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's always great to interview someone that has been right where you are. Probably sat on some of these webinars or watched some of them in the past. And now you get to hear her story, and we'll go through that here in just a minute. But before we get started here, I want to make sure everybody's hearing me okay. So if you'll do me a favor, if you'll go over into the Q&A box over there where you can find it, and then just tell me where you're calling in from this afternoon, that would be superb. I appreciate everybody doing that. So we got good group folks here for us for this afternoon. So we've got Fred from North Carolina. Ventiza, hope I said your name correctly, from Dallas, and Vincent from Virginia. We got Kevin from Arizona, Tamia from Stockton, California. Good to see you as well. Got some new faces on here this afternoon. Who else do we have here? Mark from Georgetown, Texas. I know exactly where that is. Thanks, Mark. ABS is up here in the Fort Worth area. Carlos from Arizona. Got some couple of folks from Arizona, a couple of folks here from Texas. Good to see everybody this afternoon. Thank you for typing that in. And at least I know I'm being heard. And folks, as you can see here, we got folks, people from coast to coast here and everything within the middle. So it's good to see. We've got some more folks that have joined us here. And hope that you're going to enjoy the webinar today. Again, my name is Eric Ogier. I'm the Director of Learning and Engagement. Sean is from Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. Today it is, we're going to go through a webinar interviewing Cindy Marlowe here in just a minute. But what I want to make sure everybody understands is that I want you to make sure that you get your questions answered. So if you got questions that you want to be given to Cindy, you can even start putting those in there right now if you'd like to. But before I do that, let me introduce you to part of our team here, beginning here with Adam Phillips. Adam is our CEO. He's been the CEO for the last 5 years here. He is also a contributing editor for a billing and coding magazine called Billing and Coding Magazine. He's been on there for quite some time. He has just released a new article. This is one of the ones from last year. And I'll be interviewing Adam here in the next month or so because I want to make sure that that article gets out. But he's also the founder of an organization called MERMA. That's the Medical Revenue Management Association of America. And it is this group here that will certify you. Once you've completed our training here at American Business Systems, they'll certify you as a certified medical revenue manager. All right. Looks like we still have a pretty good group here. People still coming in. Pravin, I see you there, and Sean, and Vincent. And let's see who else we have on here. Christine. They got Kevin there. So it's good to see everybody. And I'm going to ask Cindy to go ahead and turn her camera on, and let's interview Cindy, and then we'll get this thing kicked off. Cindy, it's good to see you this afternoon.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. Tim Warren was, he and I were talking, about a month ago, and I said, hey, do you have any of our new folks here at American Business Systems started and getting going? And he told me that you've got a client already, and you've already told me that you might have another one on the way. So you've got some great success so far.
Right. Well, I had an advantage coming in. I've been a realtor for 20 years.
Okay.
I have a really deep database, and I'm really good at talking to people. And the key to all this is never stop talking.
Absolutely. Yeah. And now you say you have an advantage of being in real estate. And, one of the things that we talk about, kind of getting some things going here is always to network. So you found basically, because you didn't come in with a healthcare background.
Correct. None at all. Right. This is all brand new to me.
Yeah. So you've been in real estate for how long?
Oh, 20 plus years.
20 plus years. And what made you decide to go from real estate into this healthcare business?
I'm moving out of the country next year, and I wanted a business I could do online from anywhere.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that people always ask, what can I do and build a business and where do I live, and do I have to have doctors in my area? So So you're going to move out of the country then.
Yes.
Awesome. Well,
And I'm taking this business with me.
that is superb way to make a living and then do the billing from wherever you want to. That's awesome. Well, tell me your journey into finding American business systems
Oh,
and
I hired 4 different franchise brokers
yep.
and told them all I didn't want anything related to real estate. I know I don't want to hang blinds or lay flooring or all of the things. I mean, I've been doing all that through via vendors for 20,
Sure.
and 3 of them, that was all they brought was blinds and carpet. And I'm like, no, no, no. But
Yeah.
a wonderful gentleman, William Huffine, who I know through another one of my companies, Turo. I've had a fleet of cars for 3 years.
Okay.
He brought me you guys.
Okay.
I investigated for months. This whole process was January through March, maybe
Of,
April.
of this year?
And I pulled the trigger the end of April.
Okay.
My parents turned 95 and 93 on May 26th.
Okay.
I had to go through a party and we started, and I got the training done early May.
Okay.
And then when I came home June 1st, that was when I started looking for clients.
There you go. So, but this, and we're talking about this year.
Oh, yeah, just a couple of months ago.
Okay. So people always ask, how quickly can you get a client? And it sounds like you kind of had, well, first of all, I back up a little bit. It sounds like you had been an entrepreneur for quite some time.
Oh, yeah.
You knew exactly what you were looking at doing.
Years, yeah. I've had
Yeah.
companies with the name Redhead in it.
Yeah.
This is the first one I have without Redhead. We couldn't make it work.
Okay. All right. And so you took a little bit of a break to go to your parents' birthdays. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so how did you, through your networking, even find your first client? What did you do there?
Well, she's a really good friend, which is
Yeah.
always helpful. And I took her to lunch and said, where's your calendar and where's your people who want to use insurance? Can you take Medicare and Medicaid? No,
Right.
because of who they're. And I said, what if I could bring you everything in one platform? And she goes, I'm down.
Oh,
So I
awesome.
called Tim and we
Yep.
put together the presentation. And a couple weeks later, I presented it to her and she said, we're good.
Wow. They just happened that quickly. That's
Yeah.
so
Now,
awesome.
she at the time was trying to get another this is mental therapy, and she's tried to get this other therapist to come into her practice with her.
Sure.
That didn't come together, but this other lady needs me just as bad as Cassandra does.
Gotcha. Very,
So
very
I
good.
may end up with 2 clients.
Amazing. Boy, I think you might break a record if you get 2 clients in the first year or within the first 6 months of you. I think that's what I meant to say, because the first 6 months, because you just got started here, like you said, at the end of May or June. Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
that's when I kicked it off. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Well, let's kind of back up a little bit. So you went through the whole thing with one of the reps here at ABS,
Yeah.
and
18
then
hours of training. No, whatever, how many hours of training it was, we did it in 18 days.
okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
People ask how long it takes to get through training. I tell them it's usually
Well, that was an accelerated schedule because I had the birthday parties coming up and
you bet.
I had to travel. So
Well, let's talk about training. How would you rate your training here, and then what did you
first
learn?
class, absolutely excellent. Let me give you a comparison.
Okay.
My real estate license 150,000 years ago, and I'm standing in my dining room and I go, now what do I do? Because getting the real estate license has absolutely nothing to do with being a realtor.
Right.
So to have training and understand the products coming right out of the chute, it's I don't know. I'm speechless. I mean, I was just like, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you give us marketing,
And
proven marketing.
Proven marketing.
How can you go wrong?
You're right. And that's what everybody's wanting to know is, gosh, how, obviously you're I wouldn't say, unique, but you are a go-getter, sounds like, and
Yeah,
you don't let anything kind of let the grass grow underneath your feet.
right.
And that's what people and everybody's different. Some people are a little
Sure.
bit kind of skittish about getting things going, but it's I'm glad to hear that your training went well, and you said it took you just about less than 3 weeks. So
Yep.
that's usually typically what I tell people, anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
You can try to
can
get through
stretch
training.
it to 4 if your schedule required, but the more you do, the faster to me, because it all built on each other,
Correct.
the building blocks, having it fresh
Yeah.
to me was huge. It
Good.
stuck.
Yeah. And did you end up using any of the marketing materials?
A lot of it already. I've got a LinkedIn page. I hired a LinkedIn expert, and
Good.
we focused on chiropractic. Excuse me, just a sec.
Yeah.
And so I've got 300 or 400 chiropractors on my LinkedIn page.
Wow.
Now, I changed marketing companies in real estate 2 years ago,
Hmm.
and I took my real estate database and cloned it and went back to my old marketing company, and they are rolling out a massive program for me.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I should have a lot more clients very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, before we get to your big dream here, because you were telling me some things right before we got started here. I want to, you're wanting to again uh, grow this business and then move out of the country. Is there a particular country you want to try to
Well,
live
we're
out of?
going to Lisbon, Portugal.
Wow.
And my son and daughter-in-law, future daughter-in-law, they get married September 27th. They
Yeah.
came to me and said, we want to have kids. We don't want to raise them in America. I love Europe. I've been there
Yes.
15, 16 times. So I was like, let's go.
Let's go. That is awesome. So y'all heard that? You can do this business anywhere
Right.
from the in the world as long as you have the internet. I remember we've talked to people so often. They're big. Everybody has a big question is, well, what if my area is already saturated of medical billers? I don't think we'll ever be saturated with medical billers, especially in this industry of what we're in. And then you can do it from anywhere. That's the beauty about what we have here at American Business Systems.
I agree.
All righty, I'm going to open up and see if there's any particular questions. If any of the audience out there has a question you'd like to ask Cindy, feel free to jump in. And I'm going to, in the meantime, get back to our slide deck here just real quickly. And let's start with so your online training. We've kind of already talked about your online training. You did that through online, and how did you feel like the scheduling went with the training? Did the trainer kind of work around your schedule
Oh,
and kind of
absolutely. I had all kinds of real estate events going on, and she was really great about up, down, over, around, and
good,
yeah,
good,
and
and
left me enough time, even though we were going at it pretty fast. I
mhm,
still had time to go back and review.
sure, yeah. So somebody says right now, Van Tiz, I hope I said your name correctly. She is asking how many clients do you have right now? You said you have the one,
Just one.
correct? One with a possibility of another one
Right,
coming right shortly after that.
right.
So, and that's been since, let's see, again, you started in basically in May, did you say,
Well,
of this
May
year?
was training, so I think
May
it'll
was
be
training,
June 1st.
June 1st. So, okay, and well on your way to getting your second client
Yes.
within 6 months. That's pretty awesome. Tamia is asking, what is your response to the rumor that AI is going to take over medical billing industry?
Not a prayer. Way too difficult.
Way
Way,
too,
way too complicated.
yeah, yeah. And it is to me. It is a rumor.
Yeah.
It
I also have a really great referral partner that I gathered up on July 4th at a party of all places. And he's in the skin replacement arena.
Okay.
And he's doing presentations to these companies here in the West of America for these doctors who need life-size skin grafts or whatever. And
Sure.
their biggest question is always, do you have somebody who can do the billing? And I am now, Tim created for me a slide that went into his slide pack. So
Awesome.
I'm out there a lot.
Good. Now we keep you kept using the name Tim. Let's talk about who Tim is. Now
You're Tim,
Tim,
ABS.
yeah. Tim is our head of our support team.
He's
And
phenomenal.
I was going to say, let's talk a little bit about support here at American Business System. So,
Oh, it's so important to me,
yeah,
having not had any in real estate for 20 years.
right.
And I have yet to have a question that the answer wasn't just like that. And it doesn't matter what I ask. Here's the answer. Here's how you go
Sure.
forward. It's great.
So did Tim, you worked with Tim and he helped you with your proposal,
Yes. Yes.
proposal and
Yes.
pricing?
Yes.
Good. Yeah. And then
And told me what my numbers will be, et cetera, et cetera.
great. And those are working out, I'm sure, as we've talked about in the past, or just the kind of you've got a goal of where you financially you're going to be then.
Yes. Yes.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. And did Tim do any of did we do have we done any of the demonstration of the software? Did we do the demo for your doctor?
You know what? We skipped that part. She
She
knows
was just ready to go.
the platform. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Well, I mean, for folks that are on, sometimes they are always concerned about, well, what if I do have a doctor and they're ready to go? It sounded like you had a doctor that's just, whenever you just met the right one at the right time, they were ready to go.
Well,
And
we actually met at a meetup brunch about
okay.
years ago. And within 10 minutes, we were finishing each other's sentences. You know how rare that is. I'm like, I love this woman. I'm hanging on to her. So we've been really great friends for a long time.
That's awesome. I've done so many webinars on marketing and the importance of doing networking, business networking. And I think a lot of brand new entrepreneurs think, okay, I bought a business opportunity. I know I've got to go through the training, and then something inside they think that it's just the business is going to just start coming. But I tell people, unless you get out there and you start telling your business story out there whether it's at a Chamber of Commerce luncheon or a meetup group or a BNI group, and I tell them, and I know we all tell it here, the story here at American Business Systems. If you can go out there and find a power partner, somebody like a real estate agent, you might come across the doctor here.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you do any other marketing? I mean, any other meetup besides that one meetup group, or did you? Are you doing any others?
I've done meetup to build my database in real estate for over 20 years.
Right.
Yeah. The trouble with meetup right now, I don't know if this is going on nationally, but I had my own meetup.
Okay. Yeah.
15 years. And for a really fun card game called Pinochle. It's hard to find people who play it.
Sure.
The meetup worked great, and it brought me several transactions. I mean, it was very profitable as well. And when we started, every 6-month dues were $15.
Okay.
The last bill I got was $400.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
going to be $800 a year, so I had to close it. And I can tell when I go on Meetup looking for groups to go visit, there are less and less.
Yes. Yeah. Now there's one organization out there called BNI, Business Network International. That is always a good one. Yes.
Started it. ran it for 5 years.
So you know.
One transaction. No, thank you.
Oh, so it didn't work for you on that one
No, it didn't.
in real estate. I know that we've got a lot of.
I mean, yes and no. Okay. It
Yep.
didn't bring me revenue, but it brought me lifelong
Oh,
relationships.
there you go. That's what
And
we're talking
the
about.
referral partner I was telling you about came from my lender in the BNI
Oh,
group.
well, there you go.
Yeah.
So it did.
I'm
It did.
still close with all of them. I mean,
You
they're just
bet.
wonderful human beings who are always focused on making the world a better place.
Absolutely. For that question that was asked earlier about the artificial intelligence, I want to put up a quick slide here. Uh, the article that Adam did write last year for the Building and Coding magazine, he wrote an article, Will Advancements in AI Take Over My Job as a Medical Biller or Coder? So if you're on today, what I would encourage you to do is get back with your sales rep that you're working with here. They will get you a copy of Adam's article so you can read that. Matter of fact, we did a webinar about 6 months ago. So if you want to go back and just kind of type in when you go in, and I'll show you where to go into our YouTube channel for everybody, and you can just type in AI and you'll be able to find that webinar. We kind of talked about that too. But folks, there is no way AI can do what we're doing here in medical billing. None. Now, for us as medical billers, AI can actually be an asset. It can be helpful, running down codes, medical codes, and making sure that we're doing certain things correctly. It's almost like having an assistant right there for you if you know how to use it. So, and we're getting better at doing that, and so we certainly appreciate. I appreciate the advancement of artificial intelligence because it helps me in all of my businesses. So.
Oh, it's helped me in real estate.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, there's nothing to be shied away from of technology. I remember Cindy, whenever I've been with ABS for a little over 18 years, and I remember when we were converting a lot of the software that was a server-based software to a cloud-based software, and then. And then during one of the administrations, presidential administrations, people thought we were going to go to a one-payer system, and we have survived every rumor that you can imagine over the time I've been with ABS. So I look at AI as the same one too. Tamia says I'm a real estate broker too. So Tamia, if Cindy can do it, I would say that she could do it as well. What do you think?
Right. Right. Another thing we haven't touched on is the certification.
Yes,
And I think it's extraordinary that you get that coming out of the gate.
correct. Yeah, yeah, because if people remember that once you've completed that training, and it's just a completion of the training, you didn't have to sit through any exams, did you?
Not that I remember. I think I put myself through because I was making notes.
Oh,
So I
cool.
remember this. So I have my own exam, but
There you go. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
my OCD, right?
Well, absolutely. So if again, I'm going to remind everybody if you've got questions for Cindy, go ahead and pop those in there. So Cindy, tell me what's your next steps? What are
Oh,
you trying to go after here now?
So the marketing just began Monday,
Okay,
and that will be totally rolled out within a month. And while that's happening, I am looking for um, pharmaceutical salespeople
good.
to help me get into the doctor's offices. And I've got to tell you, I had struck out.
Trying to find a pharmaceutical market
Yeah,
person?
I mean,
Yeah.
they don't need BNI. They don't
No.
need meetup. They have their list of doctors. The only
Yes,
thing
they
I
do.
think of is going to stock the doctor's offices during the pharma rep hours.
Well,
But
I tell you, one of the things that I've learned, Cindy, is, and I'm not sure where you're located,
I'm in Denver.
Denver, okay, is to find a local chamber of commerce. And if you find a local chamber of commerce, I'd go there and then ask those groups who they know in the healthcare industry. What you'll find out there is you'll find reps marketing reps that are with skilled nursing facilities. You'll find marketing reps that are with home health agencies, rehab facilities, uh, and those people are the other types of people who know doctors.
Okay.
So I would go and just channel my way through as many Chamber of Commerce's and starting to kind of get, because when you go to a Chamber of Commerce, they sometimes they have luncheons, and you can put your card out there. I know, and the reason I know that here is I was on the board of directors at a Chamber of Commerce here at our local Chamber of Commerce, and that's where I generated a lot of healthcare connections is through
Okay.
there. So that is a wonderful organization to do that. And then just, you're going to take somebody who's in home health or one of these, like a skilled nursing facility or a home health agency or just one of those because they all have marketers out there. So hopefully, I'm helping you a little bit.
I
Uh,
appreciate it.
yeah, because I know the pharmaceutical reps are out there, but there are a lot of marketers in healthcare that are different even from those people there, and I think you'll connect with them pretty quickly. And you tell them what you're doing, and they're going to go, "Oh yeah, I know of a doctor. Oh, I know of another doctor." Yeah,
Okay.
they know a lot of folks out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
yeah.
folks, everybody got a free marketing lesson from here at
Yeah.
ABS.
Well, I had the Chamber of Commerce on my radar, but I'm pretty sure they start in September.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, and you can look at any of them. Sometimes you can find them online and look up their.
Oh, we have like 13 here in
I
Denver.
was going to say, you
Yeah.
probably in the Denver
I got to
area.
figure out which ones because
Yeah.
first of all, they're expensive, and second of all, they take up a lot of time. I did it for the first 5 years of real estate and then switched from chamber to BNI for 5 or 6 years.
Yes.
And by then, my book of business was solid enough. I just went out on my own.
Yeah. And you know what the other thing is always, once you find those home health agencies or those other facilities like that, you just call up and say, "Who is your marketer for your company?" And they say, "I'd like to take you to coffee." These folks are always looking to connect and network, always.
Right.
So that's a great asset to be able to look at. All right, let me see what else I have in my slide deck. And I'm going to remind our audience again that if you've got any questions for Cindy, this is your opportunity, everybody, because again, now, Cindy, let me ask you a question. Did you ever watch any of the webinars like these folks are watching today?
Two.
Two of them. So
Far.
you've been on one of those and you've been in there. So you've been exactly where they've set.
Mhm.
Yep. That's awesome. All righty, let's see if there's anything else I can pull up over here on my slide deck to see if there's some good talking points that we can get into. Now, one of the things that we always talk about is your kind of your steps to success. Now, you have in mind. Do you have a certain amount of doctors that you say, okay, I'm ready for you to be able to move out of the country?
It's a dollar amount, so
Okay,
it's going to depend on how many doctors it takes to make that dollar. And Tim is helping me with that.
good.
And my goal is to have the revenue coming in to hire the billers. I don't actually want to be doing the billing once we move.
That's good. That's good to do. It's kind of broaden that out. Now, did you and Tim, you don't have to talk about the numbers that you're making right now, but do you have a goal of whenever you look at have your return on investment completed?
No, because that doesn't matter to me as long as I have the monthly revenue.
Okay. Hey,
That's my only need.
sure. Yeah.
I'm for anybody interested on, can I talk about this? How
Shit.
old I am? I'm 67 and I
Okay.
haven't started, thank you. I haven't started Social Security yet, and I want to wait till I'm 70. So
There you go.
kind of going to help me get there.
You've got a great plan,
Thank you.
a very good plan. Now, I would have never, I wouldn't have thought that you were that old. So there you told your own story there, but that's awesome. Uh, well, that's an encouraging thing because there's so many people, and because you're kind of looking at this as part of just your retirement then.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, well, that's awesome. It sounds like you got a great plan, and ABS and this whole marketing to doctors and doing billing like that is a great way because it's not a heavy load. Once you've kind of got one or two doctors and you're starting to do their billing, it's just the same thing to do over again. And if you're going to end up hiring a biller to do the work, then it just becomes, you know, as we used to say
Administrative, yeah.
in the old days, mailbox money.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
There you go. I'm going to put up on the slide here part of a portion of what's going on with the support. Have you gotten in to use the private part of the support, the ABS LSS, been able to find all of your marketing information through there? Have you seen this?
Okay, so if I have a question, I go online because I'm always worried it's my stupidity. And I want to see if I can solve it myself. And then if I can't, I schedule something with Tim.
Very good. And then the response time on your live opportunity to be on with Tim.
Oh, he usually schedules something. Well, actually, I think I can just schedule it. Right. And
Correct.
so,
Right through the system. Yeah, you just
yeah.
find one of
So
his.
like the next day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Good. All righty.
So that's working out great. And E&O insurance, I'm quite familiar with as a realtor.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, so have you dove into any of the other solutions yet, or is it you're just doing just the iClaim and EMRX right now?
Right. Just to get my feet wet. Yes.
Yep, just getting your feet wet there.
Right.
Very, very good. Let's see. And these are all the other ones there. And just again, reminding everybody, we're at the bottom of the hour. We're going to go in for just about another 5-10 minutes with Cindy here. If you got any questions for Cindy, go ahead and pop those in there. Remember, this is your time to ask somebody who just got started with American Business Systems. And if you got any questions, feel free to shoot that over to her. As we kind of get ready to start wrapping up, have you got your books yet with the new Thriving Medical Practice? Have you done this yet?
Yes.
Great. Did you get a chance to write your own or a portion of the foreword to the book?
Yes.
Awesome. And have you started passing any of these books out yet?
Not yet. Going back to the meeting of the healthcare representatives. So starting September 1st, I have another week and a half to put together a plan.
Good.
And I'll have meetings 2 or 3 times a week. Also, the other marketing plan that I'm building, the first email, well, from my real estate database, I'm going to send an email. I've started a new company. Watch for that email. And then the other database will send the RMR. My company is called Revenue Med Resources.
Right.
So that email will come out asking people to opt in. And then we're going to start asking for referrals to doctors and healthcare reps. And so
that's awesome. Very good.
So that should be second week of September.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I closed out our webinar that I did last week, sharing with everybody that this is, I think you're hitting one of the best times of the year. There's a couple of times of the year that are really good for marketing to doctors, and you're coming up on that one of those high parts because they're starting to wind down their business for sometimes depending upon when they do their physical calendar or versus their business calendar. Some may be wrapping up their books in October. Some go all the way through the entire calendar. But anyway, this is a good time where doctors are starting to see, man, I had a poor year. I need to do something differently going into 2026. this is a wonderful opportunity, a wonderful window of opportunity.
Yeah,
And the September, October, November months are just terrific. Getting in front of doctors.
excellent. Thank you.
Uh, Van Tizza is asking, how many hours per day do you work on marketing and actual processing billing?
Well, I haven't processed any billing yet because we haven't onboarded. That will happen Friday. So
Okay,
that
so this
will
is brand
begin
new.
Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And I'll let you know. I don't think at first it's going to be extensive.
Mhm.
I'm used to working 60 to 80 hours a week to make real
Sure,
estate fly. So I'm just doing less real estate and trading it for RMR.
sure. Latanya is asking, and I'll answer. I can think I help answer this question. She goes, "Hi, Cindy. Does medical coders do the same thing as medical billers?" And no, they do. They kind of do some things differently. A medical coder can take doctor's notes, just the handwritten notes, and convert those into medical codes, which a biller then would take those codes and then process those in a claim.
Right,
So,
right.
so
Two steps.
Latanya, what you're going to get from the doctors themselves are the medical codes already. That's the responsibility of the doctors. Okay.
Right.
Carla says, do you have a marketing budget set for this new venture?
Uh, 4 grand a month.
Okay, so you're putting some money into this.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gotta fly.
yeah. You've got some capital going behind that.
Hmm. But
Now,
I've always run a business like this. Starting a business, you don't want to waste money. That's for
sure.
sure.
Yeah, you
And
bet.
when you start out in real estate, you throw a lot of spaghetti at the wall to see what'll stick.
Correct.
And most of it doesn't. And you figure out you shouldn't be spending money at all.
Sure.
Once you have your database built. But if you don't go in with a rock solid plan and at least a little bit of capital, to me, it's just going to take too long.
Yeah. Well, you've got a what I've heard so far, you've got a goal of moving out of the country.
Right.
And so you're putting a lot of fuel in your tank.
Yep.
There are a lot of people who need to do this from a part-time position. They may not have that kind of capital.
That's right.
But you can do it. It might take a little bit longer. But your first client that you said so far, you did it. You got that one through through your networking. So
right. And once the RMR notice goes out to my database in the new system, I think I will have even more coming.
yeah, absolutely. Fred's got a great question here when it just comes down to just general business stuff. He says, can you share when you decided on your business name and how long it took to acquire your EIN? And did you choose the name before or after training with ABS?
Long before. I have a really brilliant girlfriend who used AI.
Yeah.
And she came up with it and she created the logo and I did the EIN in maybe an hour.
There you go. You are awesome. I love you're just a go-getter here. I'm enjoying this interview and just
Thank
hearing all the
you.
things that you've done so far. All right, so we've got about 5 more minutes. Cindy, what would you tell the folks here that are just, Fred says you were all over it, loving it. And I think
No,
Fred,
thank
if I
you.
remember, Fred, you're starting pretty soon yourself, if I recall. So he's eager himself.
Good. Never stop talking to people in the grocery store, standing in line, at the car shop when you're getting an oil change. You see somebody and they're usually looking at their phone. You get, hey, it's really hot today, and get them engaged. You never know where that's going to go.
Absolutely. And that is, you've repeated what I've said so many times whenever I've done like a marketing webinar. And, if nobody knows that you're in business, nobody's going to come knocking on your door.
That's right. And
It's
you
just
have to tell a lot of people to get the one client.
You bet. Yeah. And whether you're telling, like you said, when you're talking to the guy or gal that's changing your oil, or or
Right.
you're working with a doctor themselves, or or a real estate agent, and you're just and you're going through all these different areas of possible networking. Matter of fact, today I went to I was asked to make a presentation somewhere. I wasn't trying to get any business out of it, but ended up possibly getting some business out of it. So it's just, listen, it's just, you're
That's
just
right.
out there, doing the work and just letting people know. So Fred says yes with an exclamation point. He's getting started and he's ready to go.
Good
All
for
right.
you.
So,
It'll go well. Just
oh
keep
yeah,
just keep positive and have fun.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, what would you tell these folks that are listening? And there's a good handful of folks out here. So, what would be your your closing remarks to everybody?
Never give up. Don't even allow that thought in your realm.
Right.
And there's no such thing as an obstacle, it's just a hurdle. So what's the solution?
Yes. There you go. All right. Well, listen, Cindy, it was a pleasure
Thank
meeting
you.
you. You were so kind to you and I have been talking about this for a couple of weeks and getting you on. Carla says, "Congratulations, Cindy. Thank you for sharing your story." Your little smiley
Thank
face there.
you. You guys
Yeah,
will be successful. Just keep talking.
there you go. Well, listen, I'm going to wrap things up here, Cindy. God bless you. You keep going,
Thank you.
and you just do a great job.
Okay.
Thanks so much. All right, everybody. Fred, we didn't ask Cindy if you could get your, he says leave your contact, but I bet you they want to know if they can talk with you.
Can I put it, where do I put it? Chat?
Well, don't give it out. I tell you what,
Oh,
get back with Tim and tell
okay.
Tim that you want to be on the referral list,
Okay.
and then these folks can get your contact from there.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Cindy.
Thanks.